Ryomen Sukuna, a name both feared and admired by most, if not everybody, in the JJK community. Like, you're not going to come here and tell me that even though you don't like Sukuna as a character, you don't respect him as a character. Sukuna has made a name for himself in the series of JJK for being an antagonist that doesn't have an end goal, but still is compelling. Now, this is the reason why I believe that Sukuna is one of the best modern day antagonists that we have as a collection. Now, going through the latest release of animes, mangas, and the rest, a good example would be Demon Hunter, a good example would be My Hero Academia, a good example would be Boruto. We would see that most of the time some of their villains are actually compelling while others are actually trash. A good example of a somewhat compelling villain could be Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. No matter how much I try to say that he isn't a compelling villain, Shigaraki actually is a very compelling villain. All Might is also a good example of a compelling villain. If not well flushed out, he's still a very good compelling villain. Now, once we move to things like Black Clover or Boruto, that's when I truly say the value in quality of antagonists significantly drops. Because in Boruto, I'm sorry to say, they have a very terrible list of villains. And Black Clover, it's a 50-50. Some of the time their villains actually are compelling, and the other time their villains are as bland can be. But now, this video is a JJK video, right? I just need to state that so that you will get where I'm coming from and so that you can understand where I'm trying to go to. Now, taking it back to JJK, one thing we can respect about Gege Hakatami is that anytime he puts out a villain, most of the time they're always compelling. A good example would be Jogo, a good example would be Sukuna, a good example would be Kenjaku. The list goes on. A good example, a very good example would be Mahito. Now, one thing I do respect about Gege is his ability to create a well-constructed antagonist. Now, Sukuna is a very good example, and Sukuna is going to be the basis of this video, so we're mainly going to focus on Sukuna as a character. Now, why do I love Sukuna? One thing I would say that I love Sukuna, and one thing I would say I respect Gege for doing, is that he made an antagonist that really didn't have an end goal look not only compelling, but very, very interesting. Now, what do you mean? Now, most villains we know do have an end goal. Most of the time, their end goal can range from grand to very grand to world conquering to universe shattering and the rest. But Sukuna's end goal is so simple. He really just wants to live as the freest man alive, being able to do any and everything that he wants. One thing I'm trying to say is Gege was able to make an antagonist that didn't have a grand goal like Kenjaku or like Mahito to be very interesting, and that was one thing I did respect about Sukuna. Sukuna is a very compelling character because he is driven by simply his desires. Now, we really need to put some respect on Sukuna's name. Sukuna truly is one of, if not the best modern day depiction of an antagonist. To me, I believe that he's more of an antagonist than Kenjaku, and that's the reason why I really put a respect in his name, and that's the reason why I even value him up with the greatest like Aizen Madara, because that's just how great of an antagonist he truly is. Now, really, JDK hasn't finished, so who knows, maybe JDK can do something to actually fuck this up, but I doubt it. I just needed to put this video out because, like I said, I'm a very huge fan of Sukuna. And after rereading JJK, in order for me to actually do my research on the video that I'm planning on doing, I really just wanted to show my appreciation for the character that is Sukuna. Sukuna has been a very amazing character to read. Sukuna has been a very amazing character to dissect. And really, my love for the character that is Sukuna is legit. I am officially a Sukuna glazer, and I am proud of that. Well, that's just today's video. I just wanted to do a quick video on the greatness that is Sukuna. If you like all I had to say, please leave a like, please subscribe, and yeah, I'll definitely be hearing from you later. So yeah, have a nice day.